Wait. Welcome back to the belly of the beast. Where them young niggas wildin', they'll do anything they eat. High speed chase, evading the police. Don't want to get caught with that pack, so they hopping out on feet. Running, if they had stayed up out the streets, young niggas would've turned out to be some pretty good athletes. A scholar, an author, a doctor, a lawyer. Instead, they just another nigga who be ballin'. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. I'm fed up, I can't take it no more. I'm about to spaz, I get high to try to balance the load. But I crash, trust issues solely based off experiences I done had. Think about it, make me wanna shed tears, but I just laugh, moving on. Giving no thought to the past while meditating. Only thing on my mind, secure the bag. Won't see me effed up in the game. Doing bad, plotting on me while they smile in my face. I'm fully aware. My mama say you can be what you won't be. You don't care, just be successful, be great at what you do. And beware, cause the devil's out here prowling. Do anything to get you, smallest thing to bring your trust in the question. I gotta ditch them, open cases, they get thrown out of court when it ain't no witness. Done a lot of things that I ain't proud of. Lord forgive me, heard them say they got some bread on my head. Come and get it, I'ma let you niggas know in advance, I'm coming with it. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. Get me. Get me. I never learned I was a bad child. Repeat offender with the charges like a bad child. Growing up dead broke, clothes just passed down. Times change, I get what I want. I got bands now. Misled and misdirected, running bad routes. Acquire blessings from my lessons, I got plans now. Heard some niggas talking about me, what they saying now? Take this advice, you love your life, you better stand down. 187 over scanners, man down. Look me in my eyes when you talking, keep your hands down. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. I'm a vet and not a rookie. Made my way to the top, man, it's hard to overlook me. Never underestimate a man, that's how them niggas cook it. 27 years breathing, never seen them niggas shook me. Cause I feel none but the most high. Get on and think you can't get touched, that's how most die. And that's just the life and the day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. And that's just the life and day of a nigga growing up in the ghetto. Every day and night they pray, Lord Jesus, help me get me out this hellhole. Get me. Get me. About this hellhole. Get me. Get me. About this hellhole.
Peace and blessings to everyone. How are you? This is Bite the Nickel Radio, The Frequency. I'm your host, moderator, and DJ, formerly known as Uncle Deuce. As promised, I'm giving you part 2 of 3 weeks left before the election. What is America's fate? If you did not get a chance to listen to the morning chat yesterday that was released, I advise you to go listen to part 1 before you actually listen to this. But since you're already here, you might want to stay. But hey, you have to go listen to part 1 and come to part 2. And I will release part 3, which that will probably be at the end of the weekend. So at that moment, it'll be 2.5 weeks before the election. So I'm still going to do a part 3. Before anything, I want to say thank you to all of you that have tuned in and listened to the video series. Um, the viewership is going up. I'm very thankful of that. A shout out to Diggy Diamond that got in my inbox and said, "You're still doing your thing." Yes, I am, my boy. To those of you that think that Bite the Nickel Radio, the frequency has totally fell off, I'm sorry that I haven't. It's just I'm also dealing with my own world, okay? Not just the world of, finances, not just the world of, I'm dealing with my own world, my own personal problems and issues, and learning how to learning how to go with the flow, of the energy that is being presented. Um, this election really has uh, got everybody on their toes. I will say that. Um, Me personally, I haven't voted in a very long time, and with that, with me voting, I haven't voted. With me haven't voted is because I can see the bullshit. I can see the good, and I can also see the bad. Um, that's not just you know me looking in the with my own two eyes and hearing with my own two ears. Also spiritually, because this election affects everyone, from your children to women to men. This election affects every aspect of how you live, um, what you do with your finances, what you buy, what you don't buy, what you think and how you think. Listen to the words. What you think and how you think. What you perceive and then hearing someone else's perspective. Because, a lot of people have this belief that people should only have one perspective in life. And I will go as far to say a lot of times people only have one perspective. Okay. They can't see they can't see multiple perspectives along the way. They're only focused on one. What they're going to do, how they going to do it, when they going to do it, and why as the overall. Okay. For me, I've only voted twice in my whole entire life. Once when I was about 15, 16, and everybody was so excited that Bill Clinton was about to be president. And, for the first time, they let even children vote on a paper ballot in the schools. When that happened, it was 92, 93. I was in Centerville. Michigan, going to Centerville Junior and middle school and high school. Okay. In the middle of the cornfields. Yes. Small town, about 25 miles east of Centerville, Sturgis, Michigan, about 10 miles west is Three Rivers, Michigan, which is where I was born and raised. Okay. I remember that election vaguely to the point of I remember one smart, nerdy ass kid said, "Here, vote for Clinton. If you don't know who to vote for Clinton." I'm like, all right. And I did. And I guess on election day, as history has made it, Bill Clinton became president. Let's fast forward that. That was around 92, 93. Fast forward to 2006, 2007, 2008. A candidate that became senator, I guess, for 2 years. He was black. He was tall, handsome, very charismatic. And at that time, this person would be the first black president. And that president is President Barack Hussein Obama. That was my second time voting. Now, my second time voting, I guess I started my little snoop of, presidential history and being able to sit down and figure out, should this man be elected? And is he just like the president from before, even though the president before was President Bush Jr., who during his presidency, we end up having the 9/11 incident. Not only that, we had Hurricane Katrina during that presidency. And I remember during that presidency, since everybody thought Kanye was crazy, he was actually telling the truth. President Bush don't like black folks. But we constantly deemed that man crazy for the things he said. And that's kind of rhetorical when 9 times out of 10 you would think that your own family members is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And talk about them like they ain't shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, we talked about Kanye like he wasn't shit, even though he was making more money than all of us combined. But fast forward, I voted for President Barack Hussein Obama. And this was during a bank crisis. Lehman Brothers was on the verge of sinking or was sinking. And I guess the banking system created a huge bubble. At that time, his opponent, Senator McCain, was also running for the presidency of the United States, and they ended up calling everybody to the White House to engage something that could potentially cause America to go into the worst recession since the 80s. Okay. Come to find out, they got to the White House. Everybody was thinking that McCain was going to start the meeting, and come to find out, Senator McCain got quiet, and uh, President-elect Obama swooped right in with some solutions. Right after the election, which he won, um, there was a lot of bailouts for the banking industry, for the car industry, and there was one other industry that got bailed out. There was three industries that were being bailed out. I can only name off two: banking and the car industry. And mind you, while you're listening to me, take the time out to do your own research. That's important. Okay. Do your own research. Because while you hear me regurgitate history, you need to go back and look at this history for yourself. The first 4 years, everybody was so happy that President Obama, number one, a black man, helped the industries balance out so that we wouldn't go into a heavy and hot economy. I think a lot of people only voted for President Obama because he was black. Even I did. I'll admit that. I only voted for President Barack Hussein Obama because he was the same color as my skin. That is fact. That I ain't got to tell you any more on that. That is fact. But I want to say fast forward 3 years. 2010, I ended up moving here to Indianapolis, Indiana. And I say, what was it, 2012? Yeah, 2012. President Hussein Obama was going up against Senator Mitch Rodney. Might be fucking up his last name, but his name was Mitch Rodney. He was about 6'5", 6'6", with slick back hair, dark black hair at that. It's probably a little gray now, but. And there was some issues that surrounded President Obama that I did like. Come to find out that the Secretary of State at the time that did the bidding was Hillary Rodham Clinton, President Clinton's wife. And at that time, I'm trying to make sure I got names correct. The president of Libya, Muammar Gaddafi, was killed because people said he was torturing his own people and becoming a dictator. The truth of the matter was he was killed because he was getting ready to have a gold back system for Africa, to where Africa could become would become a sovereign continent. All the African nations and leaders would start trading in gold. The American government didn't like that. So in some shape, form, or fashion, from what books, journalists, um, journalists that really took serious of the matter of Muammar Gaddafi found out the truth and started putting it on the internet. And so we claimed that Muammar Gaddafi was an enemy to his own people, and that really wasn't true. Next was Saddam Hussein. And Saddam Hussein was hung by his own people with the same accusations that he was being a dictator to his own people. He didn't care about his own nation. The only reason why they killed Saddam Hussein was because Saddam Hussein discovered a portal in modern day, if I'm correct, is Iraq or Iran, okay, where he was trying to rebuild the ancient city Babylon, okay? And just like I said, they killed him. Word on the news was he was being a dictator to his own people, but the truth of the matter was that they have found a Stargate portal in Babylon, and from my research, America had something to do with taking over that particular region. For what use, we do not know. But anyway, I think during that time, before the 2016 election, I started doing research on presidents and what they did, why they did it, why were the accusations of what they did, why, of what they did, and how now our nation has played a pivotal role in what's going on across seas in the Middle East. Come to find out, I end up coming across all kinds of rabbit holes to the point that something told me never vote again. Okay. So 2015, 2016 election, people start putting their bid in for election, and all of a sudden, an unusual man, an unusual businessman decided to run for president. And now we all know him as President Donald J. Trump. Going up against the Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton. A few months ago, I went back and watched that whole debate. Matter of fact, they had two debates that were very important. And it's weird going back to re-listen to what both of these candidates at the time had to say to the American people. Out of all the accusations that have been given between both candidates, they come to find out that Both candidates were telling the truth, but one was very, very accurate and didn't care. But because the American people, and I have to say the American people, after the election, or no, during the very day, it seemed like Hillary Rodham Clinton was going to win. Oh yeah, seen it all on CNN. It looked like Hillary was going to win, and then I remember watching CNN. They went to commercial break, and when they came back, it was announced that Donald, President-elect Donald J. Trump had won the election. And quite frankly, won that shit fair and square. Okay? The only thing you have to do is go back. Go back. It's all on YouTube. It's all on, backlogs of, videos and stuff. Go back and really pay attention to how that election was won. A lot of people do not like Donald Trump. That's a fact. A lot of people do not like him. They wish it was. I truly believe a lot of people in this country wanted Hillary to win. Wanted her to win a woman. Hold on a second. Just because she was a woman, they wanted her to win because she was. Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. The computer acting up for some reason. And I'm about to take care of this real quick. There you go. Get to it. Stop playing. Thank you. All right. So I really believe America wanted Hillary Rodham Clinton to win because of the popularity. Because I think Joe Biden wouldn't have been president in this term. I really believe that. He really wouldn't have been president. I just got done watching a video of ex-President Barack Hussein Obama speaking to the black men of America. What bothers me about this particular attack is that it has made a lot of black men angry. Now, I'm not one of them because, I'm not gonna vote. And I know that a lot of people feel some type of way about people not voting. It's almost like if you don't vote, you don't have a right to say anything. Well, before I go into what I'm getting ready to say, let me say this. Yes, you have the power to vote. Yes, our ancestors fought for us black folks to vote. Okay. But I think our ancestors wanted us to vote using our noggins and our logical thinking and analyze the situation and really analyze what each uh, opponent has to say to the American people. And then from there, make a logical, moral decision on who to vote for. Now, you hear this saying, vote for the lesser of two evils, right? That don't even sound good. That ain't even right for a person to even bring up to you and say, oh, I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils. Evil is evil. Let's make that clear. Evil is evil. Let's make that clear. How do you vote for evil, even if it's the lesser evil? That's dumb. That's practically dumb. Okay. I think our ancestors wanted us to vote with some common sense and understand that your vote, number one, is power. And I think number two, our ancestors wanted us to use that vote in a way that makes sense. Now, understand something. When I say number one, there's power in voting. Yes, I do know that. Number two, having that deep thinking of who and what you should vote for is important too. And then three, if you don't have on either side a logical and moral clause of why you should vote, then you'll make a decision based on your logical and moral compass, right? But then again, on the my third point is, I think our ancestors also would make it clear with the fact that they fought, you're not just going to give your vote away, period, if it don't seem to be logical or moral to vote for either candidate. That's power. Okay. Now, as I'm saying this, let me say this. You may disagree, and you have the right to disagree with my perspective. Okay. But think about it so that you can sit here in this election cycle and see where you actually stand with both candidates. I think this go around, it's going to be very, 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 very clear who to vote for, why to vote for them, and are they, number one, morally ready to take the office? Two, logically ready to take the office? And number three, healthy enough to be able to run the country and its economics. Mind you, America is a business. It's not just a country to these politicians. Let's make this clear. Politicians and the government run the government under maritime law. Maritime law, What is maritime law? Their laws are based on the flow of money. Maritime law also means the operation over waters. Okay. So they basically make decisions way deeper than what you hear, way deeper than what you hear and see. America is a corporation to these politicians and to these countries. It is a corporation. It is not just a country to these politicians. I'm going to say this again so you can get this through your head. Your politicians and your government run America like a corporation, a business. Okay? And they play with these laws that are maritime laws. Okay? The law by sea versus the law by land. Okay? Only thing you have to do is look this up. Okay? Your politicians don't look at you as American citizens. They don't. They look at you as consumers. If you ever listen to any analyst on Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, anywhere that talks about stocks, bonds, this, that, and the other, they go by maritime law, okay? And they tell you, or they say, and trust me, I listen to this all the time. They say to the American consumer, not the American people. Okay? This is fact. This is fact. You don't have to believe me until you hear it for yourself. Okay? One person totally understands maritime law and understands that America is a corporation. Okay? Another candidate understands it too, but that person refers everything back to the corporation. Okay? So that's a normal politician. Okay? The person that we had in the last 4 years, I'm not talking about this 4 years, the last 4 years. Okay? From 2016 to 2020. Okay? This person understands that in order for America to be ran, it has to be ran as a corporation. Okay? And understands that a corporation is a business. Okay? And understands that the American people no longer are called the American people. They are called the American consumer. Okay? So as a president, He understands corporation law. Corporations only operate according to maritime law, the law of the sea versus the law of the land. Only thing you got to do is look this stuff up. It's very easy to do. That's why you got Google. Okay. Many people swear up and down that President Trump do not know what the fuck he doing. I beg to differ. Am I a Trump supporter? No. I will say I like the way he has handled in his administration how to work with international trade, because he understands that the Chinese has been raping the American people or the American consumer out of money for years. Okay. This started back through the free trade agreement that Bill Clinton signed and approved to be put in the law. Only thing you have to do is look that up. We've been in the bed of China for years. So that means our deficit hasn't been the same since Clinton. Yes, for Bill Clinton's legacy, he balanced everything out to zero. Okay. After that was who? Bush Jr. And he came into office and our deficit started going through the roof. And it's been that way ever since Bush left. Okay. We are in the middle of the Ukraine war. We are in the middle of the Hamas and Hezbollah war with Israel. Any day now, it could be an all-out war, period. I do not believe that this administration, current administration, I do not believe that the Democrats want American people to thrive again. I truly believe that now. Because if you really did your history on the Democratic Party, you would really be like, I get where you're going. I don't think Kamala has it. I really don't. I don't think she could separate herself from President Joe Biden to come out with her own policies and come out with a true economic plan. And while everybody is listening to Donald Trump about how he would deal with the economy and the trade agreements from around the world, a lot of people think that this man is so incompetent of running a country only on the premises that he's not a normal president. You get what I'm saying? He's not a normal politician. And I think people
don't really take the time out to do they history. They don't. What I truly believe is that the only reason why you wouldn't vote for Trump is because you totally believe this man is a racist. I really beg to differ. On the other hand, I'm beginning to question Kamala Harris. I wonder if she racist against black people. Why? Because when President Obama came out to address black people, mainly black folks, black men, he basically said that black men are very incapable of thinking, very incapable of making a choice. I seen a woman on TikTok talk bad about the black man and talking about if you don't vote for Kamala, you get what you get. And my biggest thing is, how do you sit down without all the facts on who this woman really is? Kamala don't have a huge track record, just to let you know. Okay? And in this hour, I'm not going to be able to get through everything, but I'm giving you what I believe. If Kamala wins, America ain't going to be the same. Democrats are really going to show you exactly who the fuck they are. The American people is going to feel betrayed. Or should I say the American consumer is going to feel betrayed. And that's already started with the fact of Hurricane Helena. Because look, how is $750 going to help anybody? That's a good question, ain't it? I will say that you might just have a chance, one more chance to vote for Donald Trump so that your economy, your food prices, your gas prices, the prices of all goods that you get for your house, for yourself, your husband, your wife, and your children, and your grandbabies. I truly believe if you vote for him, he will fix it to the point that we will actually have more jobs than we do now. And I truly believe that in this moment, America and its people are weighing in the balances with a choice that is so heavy that we have yet not begin to assess correctly. I think if Donald J. Trump gets elected again, we would have a little bit more prosperity, and whatever has been planned will be held off for another 4 years or more. So I really want you to think about your vote. Ask yourself why you really voting. Ask yourself why you are really voting. And ask, is it right to vote for Kamala? Is it right to vote for Donald Trump? 9 times out of 10, the only thing you would have to pray, and God can give you an answer. But I think right now, God is looking for us to make the decision on our own, because guess what? We giving these people our energy by choice. So whatever you do on election day, it's going to be your choice. Yours. Your choice. Your choice matters. Yes. Your choice will seal the fate of America. Your choice is going to seal the fate of America. With no question. With no question. With love, y'all. I'm going to come again with a part 3, and we just go from there. All right? Peace and love. Until next time, keep it real and keep it trill. To the next episode of Bite the Nickel Radio, The Frequency. I'm your host, Mark 2. Peace out.
Hey yo, hey yo, eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. The eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. The eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. The eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. The eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. The eyes wide shut, sit dead in the cut. Beats from the street and the heat's for the one. If you feeling foggy, jump, with the pump. Bounty on the sound will make it speak at the bomb. 30-30, the guard get dirty. And party like a basie and Bobby killing them softly. I'm noisy. Like homos in an orgy. Talking over the galaxy smoothly. Niggas don't move me. I speak in dialect. Get respect for my concepts. I stomp MCs just like insects. While your chest wet like the blitz, stand back. If you shoot at me, believe I'm busting back. Correctly and perfectly, indirectly, can't flex me or even test me. I'm the best, Apostles Creed and do the deed or bleed in full speed and tobacco the weed indeed. Now I look in the eyes of my seed and I know I will succeed. So niggas on with the show. I am a force to be reckoned with when I'm hitting, and apparently you niggas ain't getting it. 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 I'm autistic, but with these lyrics cannibalistic, sadistic, linguistics, only but realistic. My lungs pivot, I merge with my spirit. Niggas don't get it until I'm out of the exit. Connect the dots like dominoes in casino. Party till you drop, then you off all my Negroes. I'm a headline with my gold mine. Punchlines, pass the moonshine, recline, watch these go blind. Watch the outline and watch me shine. I'ma get mine if you test me, cock my dog K9. No more fantasies, mysteries, this ain't a comedy. I keep it gully, drinking on 40s and nature is naughty. In the premiere to this final frontier. 10 G's a show, son, that paid the cashier. You were running side to this lyrical homicide and yo ass booties. Yo, apparently you niggas ain't getting it. 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 It's been a while since I've written from my soul. Sometimes I feel like I should quit it for. What we living for, fighting for, killing for. Nothing on this planet is worth dying for. Except for fame. Sometimes that's not enough. Some claim to be real and others are on the bluff. Brothers locked in handcuffs on
Apparently you niggas ain't getting it. 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 DJ Cisco. Apparently you niggas ain't getting it. Yo. Meow, meow. Alright. Yeah. One time. I'm done. Hey, yo, Des. Push that button that cuts them off.